Hi, and welcome back to A Year of Yoga with Lily Girls Magazine. Once again, my name is Diane. In January, I talked to you about the plan for this year. We're going to do, like I said, it's called the Year of Yoga. And in January, I talked to you about breathing, about some key principles for yoga. So if you missed January, go back, take a look at what I had to say. It'll explain some of the basics. Always good to start with the basics if you've never done something before. Today for February, I'm going to show you 3 of our warm-up poses that we're going to use. The first one is mountain pose, the second one is a moonflower or a sunflower, whatever you choose to do, and the third one will be a chair flow. So let's get started with our mountain pose. Mountain pose we use a lot. It's a basic pose that we come back to throughout our practice in yoga. So in mountain pose, basically we have soft knees. Soft knees just means that they're not locked. When we lock our knees, we put bone on bone and we don't use muscle to hold us up. So we want to use muscle the whole time, so we keep our knees soft and our feet are grounded. What I mean by grounded means that you're pressing into the heel of the foot, the outside of the foot, and the ball of the foot. So that gives you an incredibly strong base, and you want to kind of picture almost like roots growing into the ground from a tree. So a big, strong connection with the floor. You want to roll your shoulders back so the shoulder blades are going down the back, pressing together, and most of the time palms are open and fingertips are wide. So you've got a really strong posture here. Belly button is pulled to spine, and it looks like an easy pose, and it kind of is one of the easier poses, but it's still a lot of work because as we press down with our fingertips, it engages your tricep, which is the muscle in the back of your arm. Also your bicep, the front of your arm. So as our head reaches up, fingertips reach down, a really strong push into the floor, and this is where we start that breath, the in through the nose, out through the nose, like I talked about back in January. So take a look at that. So again, mountain pose, your very first pose looks about like this. Alright, feet are right underneath the hips, so we always have really good, strong alignment. So that's where we would start, and we'll spend probably about 3 to 5 minutes there just breathing, because in order to move the way that we're going to be required to move throughout the practice, we need our muscles to be warm, and that breath warms our body. The next pose that we would do is just some circle sweeping the arms. It would be an inhale up, exhale down. Another version of that would be an inhale up and exhale down, bringing the hands to heart center in a prayer position. So inhale up, exhale down, or inhale up and exhale down. So you do that again for a couple minutes after you just hold your mountain pose and breathe. Second pose, moonflower or sunflower. So when we're at the end of our mountain pose, either here or here, we would step back. If I were on a mat, we'd step to the long edge of the mat. For this purpose, I'm going to step right here. So if you're on your yoga mat, you're on the long edge of the mat now, and we've got a little bit of a plie. So if you were to go down, you'd be in your plie squat. Ankles shouldn't feel any tension at all, so adjust them accordingly. Everybody's different. So we'd inhale the arms up, and then we'd exhale, pulling the elbows to the side, sinking into a plie. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale, and exhale. You want to keep your back nice and tall, just the knees moving. Upper body stacked on the hips. So again, the type of yoga that we're going to be doing, and there are many different types, but for our purposes, it's going to be vinyasa, which means one breath, one movement. So that is why we inhale as we come up, we exhale as we lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. This is a moonflower. Okay? So we do probably 10 to 15 of these. Then when we were ready to change, we could change that up a little bit, start engaging our hip area with a sunflower, very similar. So it'd be inhale here, exhale, hinge the hip, scoop the arms, and bring it back up. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Important in your sunflower is going to be when you come down, it's going to be very tempting just to do this. All right, that's squishes the discs in your spine. We want to keep that long. So it's a big inhale up. Exhale, it's a hinge at the hip and come back up, rather than folding the upper half of the body over. That's your sunflower. Then we step back together at the short end of your mat, coming back into prayer. So you come from your sunflower and exhale to the short end of your mat. Okay? So now we're back to the short end of our mat. We're going to do a chair flow. So for our chair flow, get back a little so you can see everything. From our chair flow, we bring it down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Important in chair is when we come down, you have options. Right here, this is just a little less weight for your knees to bear. Hands closer to the body. Inhale up. If you want more weight, arms come front. That adds weight to the movement. Okay? So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now as far as form, watch what it looks like from the side. Then inhale and exhale. Glutes press back. We're still pressing into all that area of the foot we talked about at the beginning. The ball outside and heel of the foot. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so that's your chair flow. Be very careful in chair as well that we're not doing this. Alright, so again, it's very tempting to do, especially if we're here, to go like this. Alright, want a nice and strong chair. Long back. Alright, let me go over them one more time. We got mountain pose, roll our shoulders back and down. Mountain. Moonflower. Exhale. Inhale. Sunflower. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Your chair flow. I'm going to do this one from the side. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then bringing it back. Remember, in your mountain pose, we can practice our breath too. Rolling the shoulders back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Or exhale down. Alright? So practice those for this month. Remember, we're going to keep building. So if you forgot to watch the basics, or if you just didn't get that yet, go back to the previous video. Take a look, and then start working on this. I will see you in March.